Howdy do here with Tupperware, and today I love to make what we call comfort food. Now I haven't made it in a little while, so I'm kind of anxious to get to this because I love it so much. But before I do, I have the MicroPro grill here, and I carry this with me to parties and to events and places I go. And when I tell people that you can actually grill and bake in the microwave, most people, they're like in shock and wonder, how can you do that? Well, with the MicroPro grill, it is an amazing piece of stuff here. The outside may be metal here, but not to worry, it's a stainless steel, so it can go in the microwave. But on the top and the bottom and the top here, you see it's made of a very special type silicone. And what it does is this metal, the silicone and everything blocks the microwaves from hitting the food in the MicroPro grill. So how does it heat up? How can it grill? Well, there's what they call receptors or pads. This pad here, you see this piece here, and then there's one in the bottom. The microwaves actually heat these pads up, these receptors up, and it can get up to 400 degrees heating these pads up. So when you want to grill, there is a little arrow here on the front, on the bottom, and then there's an arrow here and an arrow here. One way allows you to put the lid completely down inside, so as you're doing hamburgers, chicken, fish, vegetables, things of that nature, you're actually setting the top down inside, so the heat is heating up here and then this pad, and it's cooking it on both sides. Now to get it to bake, you simply turn it this way, match this little arrow up with this arrow on here, set it like this, and then the top sets right on here and allows you to bake all sorts of things in here. So today I'm making the Au Gratin Potatoes right in here, right in the microwave. So this is the MicroPro grill. So to do this recipe, I will get a list for you down in the descriptions to see. But the first thing I need to do, and I've already started, is I need some potatoes to slice. And I just had some big baking potatoes, and actually this is like 3 big baking potatoes, but I need to slice them thin, and I'm going to use the mandolin to do that. For my mandolin, I'm just going to barely set it on 1 or 2 here because I don't want the slices real thick. And this is the last piece that I have to do, and I'm going to take the guard, which has these little teeth in here, and I'm just going to put it down on here, and then I'm going to hold this guard, and I'm going to start just to slice, just like this. I'm going to hang on to the red part and just slice the potato. And eventually you're going to get down to that little small piece right here. I simply put that there. I take the corner, and you can just push it through there to finish slicing it. So that is our mandolin that I use to slice the potatoes with. I think I have a video on using the mandolin. I'll try to link that above. But you can see here all evenly sliced potatoes, and everything's already been washed, and I've got all the potatoes in here. And I'm just going to pour these in a bowl. And what I really want to do is kind of salt these before I put them in there, so I know I've got salt all through it as I'm doing it. And then I have some freshly ground black pepper that I'm just going to sprinkle on here. And then I just simply need to kind of mix that together so I know I've got salt all the way through it. So I'm going to take the MicroPro grill, and I'm going to set that here, and I'm just going to put the potatoes right down in here. We're going to layer those out just like this. You know, nice even layer on here. And that looks just like that. So we have this here. Now I just need to mix up a few ingredients for this. And to that, well, first I need some chopped garlic. So this is my little chopping prep here. Because I'm doing some recipes after this, cooking some other dishes, I needed more garlic. So I just put, I don't know how many I got in here, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. So I'm just gonna pull this little cord, chop all this garlic up because I'll use it between now and tomorrow. And there is my chopped garlic. And I forgot my spatula there. So here is the chopped garlic, and really all I need for this recipe, I think, is half a teaspoon of garlic. You can put however much you like. If you don't like garlic, you could leave it out, actually. But I'm gonna get my measuring spoons here. That's a half a teaspoon there. So I'm just gonna, well, we might as well say I put a teaspoon in there. I'm going to put the garlic in there. And then I'm going to put a tablespoon of melted butter. Now, before I do that, I don't want to mess up my measuring spoon, but I need a tablespoon of flour. Now I need a tablespoon of melted butter. Pour that in there. And then I need a cup of half and half, which I already have all of this measured out in my Tupperware measuring cups and spoons. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here because I've already salted the potatoes. I really don't have to do a whole lot in that. And I'm using kosher salt. And I'm going to put some freshly ground black pepper in this. And then we're just going to whisk this together because I need to get the flour mixed up in there. Because this flour is what's going to make it get thick in here. So we have that. And then to this I need to add a half a cup of cheddar cheese. And then 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese. And we're just going to blend that around. And you will see that really this takes no time to cook, super easy. Right now it's spring and we'll be coming up into the summer months. And you know, not everybody wants to turn the oven on. I know I don't. So now I'm going to take the potatoes here, move some of this stuff out of the way, and I'm just going to pour this over. Get my spatula here and get all that goodness and that garlic and salt and pepper. And I need to kind of just spoon this around so I can get that cheese and stuff down within the potatoes. You want all that stuff all over the place. And like I said, most people, like, you can really bake in the microwave. It's like, yes, I can. I do cobblers in here. I can do cakes in here. You know, I can do more than just fish and chicken and shrimp and hamburgers and all sorts of things. Caramelized onions, vegetables. So I love this thing. My husband particularly loves this thing. So he said if anything ever happened to me, that everybody who tried to get my Tupperware, that they better leave that alone. So we've got this in here. Make sure I get all that good stuff off. Kind of wipe this edge down some. And then we're going to put this on in the microwave full power, I think for like 10-12 minutes. Let me get my, yeah, we're going to put it in on high for 12 minutes. We're going to check it, stir it at the end of 12 minutes, and then we're going to sprinkle another little bit of cheese on here on top, and then put it back in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes, all really depending on how done the potatoes are. But I'm going to put this in on the bake side, so it's going to look like this, and then in about 10 minutes I'll be back to show you what this looks like. So stay right here and I will be right back. Okay, so we cooked this for 12 minutes in the microwave. I'm going to take the top off. Now I must warn you, have pot holders or a towel or something to take this out, because the handles, this can be hot with steam. So you want to have something to set this lid on as well that doesn't mess up your countertop, which I have a wood cutting board over here, so I always set mine on that. But I'm going to lift the top, and hopefully you can see how it's cooked so far. You see the little browning up there on the top already? Let me see if I can get that up. See that browning on it? So what I need to do now is I really need to stir this a bit, kind of get it mixed around some more, and then we're going to put it back in the microwave for about another, say, 5 minutes, and let this cook. I'm going to check the doneness. I can feel the doneness. They're almost done. They're not quite there yet. Yeah, they still have a little bit more time to cook. So I'm going to set it for 5 minutes and let this cook a little bit more before I come back and put cheese on the top and brown that. So we're going to put this back in the bake position just like this. Put it back in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and check it out again. Okay, I took this out of the microwave. We let it cook for another 5 minutes. This is really steaming, really bubbling, so be extra careful. I'm going to lift this top off here. Once again, we have some browning on the potatoes. Oh yeah, they're much better. I mean, you can hear it bubbling in here. Woo. It smells really, really good. So now keep in mind that the potatoes that you use as well. So like if you use some softer, I believe they're Yukon Gold potatoes, or some new potatoes, that when you do this they may cook faster. But these potatoes that I had are a little more firm, so it took a little bit more time than normal. So from here I'm going to just sprinkle about a fourth of a cup of cheese on top. Then we're going to put that back in the microwave, and when we come back you will see how it browns the cheese on top, just as if you had cooked this in the oven. So let's put the top back on. Like I said, it's very hot. Set it in the bake position. I'm going to do this for about 2 minutes and then we will be done. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are done with our Au Gratin potatoes. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It is like super bubbling in there. And it's just like if you pulled it out of the oven. So I'm going to take the top off. Set it somewhere that it's not going to hurt the pad or your countertop. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's bubbling in there. And that's our cheese. We've got some brown on there. Now if you wanted to do more brown, just leave it in for a couple of more minutes. That would be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and dip out just a couple of potatoes here. just to show you. We've got this here. Now I don't want to take out too much of the cheese. My husband likes the cheese because I am going to serve right out of here. But the potatoes are done. Very, very hot. Very hot and very good. Very hot. But that is our Au Gratin potatoes, cooked in the MicroPro grill, actually baked in the microwave by simply putting the top in the baking position and then putting it in the microwave. Now I will tell you that it all depends on the wattage of your microwave as to how long you will have to cook it, and it all depends on what potatoes you use. If you use a softer potato, cut down on your time in the microwave. Like I said, mine were the just some baking potatoes that I had and wanted to use up, and so if the baking potatoes are firmer, so they're going to take a little more time, but softer potato, less time. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe this week. Come back and join me next week when I bring something else to you. I guess I could tell you today. I'm going to do smothered pork chops in the stack cooker, so you'll want to be back next week to see that particular recipe. And if at any time you have questions about any one of the Tupperware products, need help with it, like to see how you could get one, feel free to find me on Facebook at facebook.com/twpattydooley. You can message me there, or you can email me at pattydooley@hotmail.com. If you'd like our current catalog and sales brochure, go ahead and message me or email me, and I'll get one in the mail to you, or I can send you a PDF file of the current catalog and sales brochure. You can find me on Facebook, like I said, at facebook.com/twpattydooley, and then from there you can keep up with sales and things that I post. I also have a group that I do, and every Thursday we have some sort of cooking class that is live. So this Thursday, it'll be the first week of April, we will be doing lasagna night. So if you would like to get in on my VIP group, no other consultants please, just those who would like to really find out more about Tupperware and keep up with things, message me on Facebook and I'd be glad to get you in there. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's always a blessing to me. And then in the description, you will find a link to a monthly drawing that you can get your name in, and then once you're entered in, you're there. But once again, please, no other consultants. This is open to those who would like to keep up with Tupperware sales and things with me. So you guys have a great day. I will see you soon. Be back next week, and be blessed. Bye bye.